2 days. My birthday is March 17th, and he was killed March 15th. And we're going to continue to be here. Boundaries necessary. I ain't going nowhere. I see the police riding around, sitting in their cars, staring, picking up middle fingers. You take them fingers and you stick them in your ass. That's what you do. Because I ain't going nowhere. I didn't choose it. It chose me. You chose me. So, if you don't like what you got, you motherfuckers shouldn't have sent for me. Don't send for me. Because when you send for me, I'm coming. And I see you. And I'ma still come back. You gave me the key to the cities when you took Coedale, Quit Handy, and all those other stolen lives from us. Before and after. I'm not going anywhere. And hell no, I ain't scared. I don't never need to be scared. When you took my son, you took fear away. But let me tell you something. It's just enough of us to activate justice. Understand that. They try to take justice, but it's just enough of us to activate justice. And we're going to keep standing. We're going to keep our boots on the ground. We ain't rolling over. We ain't falling over. We're going to stand here. I ain't going nowhere. If I have to stand here by myself, I'm going to be here. So I ain't here to tell the storm how big they bitch asses is. I'm here to tell them how big the power of the people is. So, Kathy and Joe Scott, come up here for Jarvis Scott, I'm sorry. Kathy, Joe. That's all she do. Hope Joe can't get a break.
I'd like to say one thing, my son named Jarvis Light, not Scott.
I'm sorry. Did he just check me, boo? You do what you need to do to him. Oh, I'm done being in your corner. You get the joke. Yeah, his name, sorry about that, is Jarvis Lights. That's right. Acknowledge your baby in all ways. Your back. So the reason why I don't like people to tell me they got my back, because that's just words. But if you treat my back like it's yours, and I know my back good. I used to always tell my kids, you are not your brothers and sisters' keeper. You are your brothers.
We had a little connection problem here, but we back.
If you can feel what they feel, you'll be better at being your brother and your sister.
Amen.
So, Pamela Brooks, you want to come up here? Oh, Pam, I got some news for you. You're always getting signs. So, one of my good girlfriends who you met at the banquet 2 years ago named Angie, her daughter had her little boy July 4th and named him Amir. So you got Amir and I got a Coedale, Quit Handy.
Hey everyone. I want to let my son talk. This is his first time coming out, and I want to start getting my kids involved more. So my daughter just not ready yet, but my son, he said he's going to start stepping out to talk. So I'm going to get a mic to him this time because I want him to talk.
Hey, how y'all doing out there? I say, how y'all doing out there? It's good to see everybody out here in Minnesota come together. It's a beautiful celebration of life. It's a celebration of life. To be absent in the physical is to be present with the Lord, right? Yeah, man, eternal life, man. It's a beautiful thing. I just wanted to come out here and start speaking. Lost my brother 7 years ago. He was chased by an off-duty police officer on his dirt bike. He crashed and passed away 2 days later. We still going through it. It's a process. I seen Mom come out here and heal, and it was just time for me to come out here and do the same thing, man. So I appreciate y'all for having us. Thanks for the invitation. We're going to have a beautiful weekend. Thank you.
And what I want to say is, it's sad that, like, I'm looking at some of these signs out here. It's so many new families out here that this is every day going on happening.
Right.
And when is it going to stop?
I see that one
When are
right
we
there.
gonna start getting
June
justice
1st
for
of
our
this
children
year.
and our loved ones? Because this is ridiculous. It's like we shouldn't be having these type of events. We really shouldn't. But it's like crazy that we had to meet this way. I met some wonderful people. Unfortunately, had to be this way, and they've been like I don't know who said it, but they are maybe Katrina. These people become family. You know, they're more family than your family is. Yeah. You know, we talk to them more than we talk to our family because they understand what we're going through. And we going on 7 years next month. Will be 7 years. It just seemed like yesterday this happened to my son. But you know, we sit here, we laugh together, we cry together. But most importantly, a lot of times we get there, there's no sad talking. We talk about the fun times our children had. You know, but like you said, my son was 17 years old. He was a victim of mistaken identity. He was chased on a dirt bike. The police officer thought he was somebody else. My son crashed into a tree. This police officer left my son on the street to die. He didn't even help him. It was caught on tape. It shows him pulling up to the scene and getting back in the car and pulling off. Now, what kind of says that? Why would he held up for some type of charges? Even if he was off duty. My thing with that was, even if he was wrong, take that. Help that man. My son was 7, he was a baby. But he left my son in the street like an animal and left him and pulled off. He bled out at the scene, heart stopped. And this police officer they did nothing to this man. Absolutely nothing. And it's sad that we have to keep doing this every year with nobody getting justice. And the first thing they want to do is throw money at you. That's not going to bring my son back. That's blood money.
Right.
These bastards to go to jail. That's what we want them to do. Just like our children will be in jail if they committed the crime. Right. How about that?
Shit, I would be in jail if I did. Not that I would do anything like that.
I know a couple of new people out here. Keep the faith. We're here for you, and we will always be here for you if your family not.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Tion, for doing what a brother knows what to do best. Stand up. This sister here is the mother of Jabril Robinson. Her name is Delphine. I met Delphine about 5 months ago. I was asked to come down to Georgia and be the guest speaker at the Georgia Moms United. And what a beautiful time I had. Thank you all for loving on me. Because you know it's hard in this fight. It's just times when you don't feel like you love yourself, right? But yet God always shows his people to you and let you know that you're still loved. So, here you go, sister.
Well, it is such an honor to be here. I just want to thank Kimberly for inviting me and my family out to stand with her, you know, to honor Coedale. I'm Daphne Robinson, the mother of Jabril Robinson, murdered May 16, 2016. He was shot in the back of his head. It's been a hard journey. It's been difficult, but with this and this support, it makes it easy. It really does. It makes it easy, you know, to have that support. And Kim is definitely a support, and I'm honored to be here. Thank you, Kim.
Thank you. And long as I got it, you got it. Because we need to understand where our blessings come from. If I'm being blessed to be a blessing to you. Understand that. And one thing that I do know about increasing your territory, you can't increase it if you won't stand on it alone. God only fills your valley when you show him that you want to make room. So I'm just an open vessel. I'm being obedient, and I'm coming according to the calling of the Lord. Because let me tell you something. That money, that is just a little token of what they took from us. But it is a way of just saying, hey, I'm thinking about you. And you're lying on my heart, because let me tell you something. We have had hardships. Some of us can't even get up out of our bed. We're paralyzed in grief. We're paralyzed in depression. We're paralyzed in our movement. Some of us don't have a voice. But for the ones of us that do, we need to be the voice for them. And let me tell you something that I've always known. For the women who have carried babies and had babies. We've been carrying these babies 9 months, 7 months. We've been pushing them out from day one, and I will always continue to push our kids. Black women, we are the push. Native women, we are the push. Brown women, we are the push. I know that I push mine even when they don't want to be pushed. My son said to me one day, looking at you, I'm tired. I'll explain that to you tomorrow at the banquet. You know what I tell my daughter? I said, put on your big girl panties. Because Coedale would want you to fight. He would want you to fold. Put on your big girl panties. You have to. I'm just showing her what strength look like. Even when I'm down, I want her to know what strength looks like. I used to think that my mother, this is my brother Lance, he's the baby. And then my sister's oldest, and of course, you know where you find me in the middle, right? So
Can relate.
I used
Middle
to think that
child
my
here.
mother and my grandmother had 16 kids, and she had 8 boys to live and 5 girls. And so I used to think, ooh, the women in our family is really hard. I thought they was mean, but I really didn't understand it was this day that they was grooming me for. So, and I'm grateful for my grandmother. I'm grateful for my mother. I'm grateful for all those aunts that I thought was really just being me. They was just showing me how to stand up and stay strong and hold my own. And that's what I'm doing. And I'm going to hold on to you sisters' heads. But together we need to hold on to God's unchanging hand. Put your hands in the hand of the man who has the plan, and he'll work it out. So, next, Tammy. Is Tammy out here? Come up here. We want you to represent your nephew, Jenny Atchison. And then I would like some of the activists to come up and speak, because I want you all to understand the community which has held Kimberly Handy Jones down from day one. So these is like my A1s from day ones. It's like I didn't meet nobody new. I already knew them. And they have been here in the fight for justice. And believe it or not, a lot of them haven't lost any kids, and they're young. So I just want you to see these activists that are holding us down. And they are my push. They are the reason too. Well, I will get up, catch a plane, drive, do what I need to do to get down here. So Tammy, tell us a little bit about Jimmy.
Hey everybody. Again, I am honored to be Lynn. My name is Tammy. I'm from Atlanta, Georgia, and my nephew was Jimmy Atchison. He was murdered on January 22nd, 2019, the week of the Super Bowl. Jimmy was accused of robbing somebody for a cell phone. The witnesses told the police that Jimmy didn't rob the young lady for the cell phone.
Was down there.
The police department said they wasn't going to issue a warrant because they didn't have enough evidence. There's a task force in the city of Atlanta. One of the officers on that task force went to the judge and said that my nephew was a flight risk. His entire family lives in Atlanta. He's 21 years old. He didn't have a passport, so we still trying to figure out where was he going. With that being said, the judge signed the warrant. They executed the warrant. Jimmy ran. He ran into an apartment and hid in the closet. The officers went in behind him, but they didn't see him go in the apartment, so they never should have gone. They should have called SWAT. These officers are violating so many laws when it comes to our kids. But the judges, you know, they sit at the same table, they eat together, they play golf together. And these attorneys too, they're part of it. They all sit around and have discussions. So, you know, even though we hired them, their first priority is to that judge. And then to those officers, and then the families that they represented. I just want everybody to stay strong. One of the mothers out here, her son was just recently killed, murdered by a police officer. I don't see her. But I sat on the bus with her and she just broke down crying.
And Miss Pat told her this not the weekend for that. We not gonna cry, we gonna lift each other up. We gonna love on you. We love you. We are your back. And just know that we are here. And we started Georgia Moms United because there are so many families in Atlanta and out the state of Georgia that's going through the same thing. So if any of you want to follow us on Facebook or Instagram, we're here for you. We are your back. So just follow us. If you need us, we'll call away. We will catch a plane and come to you. We will catch a plane and come to you. We here, and it's about, what, 6 of us here? We here, we'll come. Y'all are family, and we your family. So we just wanted to let you guys know that, and that we're here, we're praying for you, and we're going to all fight this fight together with our boots on the ground.
Boots, boots, boots on the ground.
So, Tucson.
She wants to say something.
1 minute, Miss Smyrna. Let me just let him go on. Of course, you know I will call you, sweetheart. This young man I met at the Capitol. We were at the Capitol, and he was just standing back. And y'all know I just went off that day. So he said it was at that moment that he had to decide what he was going to do.
I already got one. Thank you.
Come on, Tucson.
Give it up for Kim and all the mothers here. All the cousins, all the brothers, all the sisters, all the nephews, the nieces, the grandmothers, the aunts, the uncles, the family members. And when we look at black culture and the legacy of us being stolen from a land and brought here, when you look back far enough to who your grandparents are or great-grandparents are, it seems that somebody stood on the edge of a dime just so you could exist. Right. Somebody took pain, trauma, and a legacy of harm so we could be here. And this isn't in a vacuum. This isn't without context. This is here because somebody stood on the edge of a dime for us to be here. And right now, when we say the phrase, the devil is a lie, when we say the devil is a lie, what you hear is a lot of people that said they weren't allowed to see their son for a day. Justin Tigan wasn't found for days. The story didn't come out for weeks. For Winston Smith, the story didn't come out at all. The devil is a lie, but the devil will also try to sell you it as the truth. The devil is a lie, and so is the law. The devil is a lie, and so is the cop that put your son into an early burial. The devil is a lie, and so is the elected official that doesn't want to talk about it anymore. But you're here because you're carrying the truth. And if we carry the truth long enough, they're going to hear it.
President Biden.
If you stand for the truth long enough, you have to see it. If you know what the truth is, you can then teach it. And when I was standing next to Kim and the National Guard was sweating and shaking in their boots just at the tone of her voice, you couldn't go back. You can't go back. You can't ever go back. And when they say no weapon formed against me shall prosper, what it means is that that weapon may be able to hurt you. It may be able to give you a scar. It may be able to put one of us into the ground, but it will never prosper. Their guns will never win. Their badges will never win. Their National Guard will never win. Their lies will never win. The cover-up will never win. The elected officials and the narrative passed down that these were justified killings will never win. So you have to understand that in the end, when you come out here and stand for your people, when you stand for those that are in the ground, you know that they can't win, because what we're waging is spiritual warfare. What we're waging is the truth. When you fight lies with the truth, you will always win. Say, I believe that we will win.
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 I know 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 that we will win.
Thank you to Kim, and thank you to all the, especially the black women out here right now, standing up and carrying the truth with them and being the leaders of our community for this. All power to the people.
All power to the people.
Thank you, son. So this is the Georgia Mom United, who I had the pleasure of meeting as well. Her son's name was Andrew Smyrna, and he was killed last year. Miss Smyrna, come on up.
Hi, my name is Ingrid Smyrna. I lost my son January 23rd, 2020 in Georgia by a Georgia State Trooper. My son was driving a rental car and he was being followed by an unmarked car. He pulled in a side street because he didn't know who was following him. He stayed in the side street, and when he looked up, he saw the Georgia State Trooper and another Atlanta police officer on the scene. He backed up his car to try to leave the area, and as he backed up, the Georgia State Trooper came down the street, no sirens, nothing, jumped out of his vehicle, left it running, and started firing shots into my son's car. He fired 7 to 9 bullets. My son continued to drive about a mile down the street while he continued chasing him and shooting into the car.
I already know he likely did not have a weapon with him.
They took him out of the car, handcuffed him on the ground, didn't give him the proper medical treatment that he was supposed to get, and he bled out right there and died. I'm still fighting for justice because the officer who left his car in drive claimed that he feared for his life, that my son was going to run him over. So the district attorney decided that since he said he feared for his life, that's the script that they use, that she will not charge the officer for policy and procedure. That's what she said. I asked her to give the case to a grand jury. She refused to give it to a grand jury. But it ain't over till God says it's over. Okay? I want to say thank you, Miss Kimberly. I met you in December, and you're an inspiration to everyone here. I admire your spirit and your courage, and I'm going to build my courage and my spirit like you, because I know justice will be served for each and every one of us. Someday we will get it. If we keep fighting hard enough and we know how to go at it, we'll get it. So thank you, and I admire all the mothers here who are fighting and never giving up. Don't ever give up. It's their child, and you're going to fight till you die. And I'm going to fight till I die for my child.
So next we have a young man who's here. He's an activist. He came here last year to my banquet, and he loved Minnesota so much. Till him and his wife moved here, and let me just tell you, he wears Coedale's name proudly on his right hand with Fuck 12 on it. Yeah. Tom, he takes a lead for mothers around the globe. Let me just say that to you. So I call him Take a Knee Nation. Tom, come up here and speak to these mothers.
Thanks, Ken. Yeah, you definitely saved me from that racist pit of Michigan that I was in. Yeah, I had to write my thing down because I'm not that great off the top of my head.
That's okay.
So first off, fuck 12.
Fuck 12. I definitely co-sign that.
On the corner down there.
I seen them when I was walking up here.
Today, I'm really glad that we were able to celebrate the day Coedale was born, rather than the day he was murdered. Feels awesome to be back out here with all you guys. And who knows, maybe I'll get lucky and I won't have to go back in. So over the last 9 months or so, I've had more than enough time alone with my thoughts. And one thing that always comes to mind is, how do we actually create the world that we want to see? Justice looks different to all of us, and we all have our own idea of the right way to do things. So when I think of movement, I think of a tree. Our roots are firmly planted
I don't have a lighter.
Thank you.
in equality and justice, and our base is solid because of the work that has been done throughout the past years. In the grand scheme of things, we really only taken baby steps toward true justice and equality.
Your wick
And it
is
seems like the more we branch out with all the different agendas, we grow further away from our roots, and the weaker the branches get. I know that as much as I rack my brain trying to figure out solutions, I myself do not have any answers. But I think a good place to start is taking a look at the past, what has been effective and what hasn't, not just here in America, but throughout the whole world.
America. Good name for this
Like
place.
I said, the roots and the base of the revolution are solid. This is definitely easier said than done, especially because this divided states of embarrassment is like a fucking bulldozer destroying acres of forest at a
Divided
time.
states of embarrassment. Yes.
We all know what these motherfuckers are capable of and get away with. We've seen it since Europe's invasion and still see it every damn day.
I'm gonna go up that.
A lot of the world thinks we achieved justice for George Floyd, and don't get me wrong, we put that motherfucker in prison.
Tell that. Right. Yeah.
But the reality is that every cop is Derek Chauvin.
No good cops in a racist system.
Exactly. All the elected officials are patting themselves on the back, thinking they did a good job. But that motherfucker is only one cop out of tens of thousands at least with blood on their hands. So that being said, fuck Jacob Frey, fuck Tim Walz, fuck the city council, fuck Biden, fuck Harris, and fuck Keith Ellison too. You motherfuckers haven't changed shit, and clearly you don't intend to. Exactly. Where's this so-called justice for Coedale?
Right.
And for Marcus Golden, Paul Castaway, Jaffred Smith, Isaac Aiden, and Jalal E.
Philando Castile.
Yeah, and for Philando. For any of the other 29,000 plus these bitches have killed in the last 20 years alone. Where's the justice for invading this land and committing genocide and building a temple of white supremacy on the backs of slaves? I can't even associate with people who refuse to see this country for the terrorist slave nation it is. This country makes up less than 5% of the world's recorded population, but nearly a quarter of the world's incarcerated population. And that doesn't even count people in jail waiting to prove their innocence.
Yep.
These motherfuckers got my brother Brandon Wolf doing 41 months for nothing more than being present at the 3rd Precinct's beautiful renovation. And for the record, I was watching that live stream from Michigan, so there's no way in hell these motherfuckers can try to frame me for that too.
I was in my friend's
I know
car.
I'm just one guy, and we're all limited as to what we can accomplish on our own. But if we can put some of this selfishness and petty bullshit aside and learn from those who have made concrete progress in the past, I know we can all create the world we need to see.
I couldn't go live for a month.
There's always been clout chasers and leeches trying to take away from our mission, but once we start reaching our goals, nobody gives a shit about them anymore. Trust has to be earned, and a person's actions speak much louder than what comes out of their mouth. Kim is one of the realest ones I met. She took her pain and turned it into power.
Yeah, I like her.
She has such an incredible impact on so many lives, including my own. I know that decades from now, they're going to be mentioning Kim Handy Jones' name right alongside Malcolm X, Fred Hampton, and Assata Shakur.
Yes! Yes!
That's how much respect this woman deserves. It's an honor to be able to call her my family, And I got this tat on my hand, so no matter what, I'm always demanding justice for Coedale Handy by any means necessary.
I'm about to get the raised fist.
So fuck 12, fuck the police, all cops are bitches, and all power to the people.
Free Tom!
Yeah, free Tom, too.
ACAB, all cops are bastards.
Fuck 12. I smell bitches.
I smell bitches.
Look out below. Rooftop bitches.
Whoa, rooftop bitches.
Wait a minute. Y'all want me to y'all damn throats.
Was it me, Kim, and a couple other people saying that?
I'll punch you in your throat. Now I said, look out below, rooftop bitches.
Look out below, rooftop bitches.
You know what, Tom? I'm gonna tell you something. I've learned in life to be objective and be selective, but most of all to be an asset to the collective. And that's what we're doing. We're being asset to the collective. Our names, our story, and our children will go down in history. And the work that we do is not in vain. Let's understand that, people. So, where's my son Brandon? And is he out here?
Over there.
Brandon?
Oh, there he is. Hey, Brandon.
Let me say this. I lost a son, but I gained so many in this fight. So, you can come over here, DJ, too, and get you a little bit.
Yeah, I see DJ.
So, DJ and Brandon, these young men keep me going. So, I always find myself up at the front in the march, and we be getting it in.
Oh, yeah, there go my guy.
And I'm a poet and I don't know it, but at any rate, you all are my push. You keep a young girl like me going. I want you to know that. And
right there,
it's
younger
never
than
a
me.
dull moment. You always give me something to go back home and do. So there's never, not a second, minute, or hour lost in time. Because when I get back to the Twin Cities, we're going to talk that rhyme. Come on. We just want justice and we reaching for the stars. Because Brandon, DJ, Kim Kappa.
Hey!
I don't really know what, I don't have anything planned to say tonight. I have something for y'all for tomorrow, I believe. Still finishing that up, to be honest. But, yeah, no, I just want to say that for anyone who's just an activist in this, who has the choice to join this fight, realize that that is a privilege. If you get to choose,
I already know.
If you're going to stand up in this fight, that is a privilege, because a lot of people out here have no choice. They have nothing left that they can do but to fight for their loved one, because if no one else will, they're going to make damn sure that they are.
By choice.
So if you have a choice to be in this fight, once you choose to be here, you can't go anywhere, because that's selfish. That is, these people need us. They didn't ask to be in this position. So we need to step up and take care of them and do everything that we can. Because if one day it happens to be one of my loved ones, one of my family members, one of my friends, and it's time to fight for their justice, I hope that the only person who shows up isn't just me. So we need to keep this community together and fight for every single stolen life, because we all know good and damn well these motherfuckers not gonna stop killing people.
Told them to move up here.
They are not gonna stop killing people, so we cannot stop fighting back. Because when black lives are under attack, what do we do?
Stand up, fight back!
When black lives are under attack, what do we do?
Stand up, fight back!
When black lives are under attack, what do we do?
Stand up, fight back!
What do we do?
Stand up, fight back!
What do we do?
Stand up, fight back!
I love every one of y'all who are out here, and the fight continues, and we will continue to fight. And so I'm going to hand the mic over to my friend DJ, another activist who I've learned a lot from. We're kind of like the tag team. I'll come up with the chant one march, he come back with 3 at the next march, and I'm like, all right, that's what we doing?
Yeah,
that's what we doing? So that's kind of how it is, so I'm going to hand the mic to him. So everyone get a hand for DJ.
He won. Come on, no damn chance. He always coming up with another song. Just because he know I can't sing. Anyway.
You could try it, DJ.
It's about getting justice, right? I've been a youth worker for the last 7 or 8 years, right? And the message that they always trying to feed us is if we fight hard enough, if we go through the right processes, if we do it the right way, justice will be served. That's what we do. That's what we do in schools. And it just feels like there's a disconnect, right? Because if you talk with kids are they're always about justice. They're always about the right thing getting done, right? And then they become teenagers, then they become lawyers. But that's a different story. But kids, they're about justice. They're about having it rightfully so. Because that's what we tell our kids, is that if you show us the right thing and you go through the process, that justice will be served. And that's true if you're white in America. But that's a double standard because we don't get that luxury.
Facts.
Black folks, BIPOC folks, indigenous folks, we don't get that fucking luxury.
Right.
They just don't care. They're trying to make sure that we stay in our place. They are out here not doing this stuff on accident. This is terrorism. They are making sure that they keep us in our place.
Yes.
Because we have to remember where the cops started, right? Because they're the slave catchers, right?
Yes. Yes.
And that's why we got to make sure that we get rid of them, right? We need to make sure that we abolish them. Because let me tell you, everybody wants to talk about the reform. The police are the reform. That's what we did, is we reformed slave catchers and union busters, and we got the cops. So we need to make sure that we're actually getting some change, that we're actually getting justice. And the way that looks is that looks with us coming together, right? Black, brown, indigenous, all of us coming together, because what America does is we're a capitalist system. And so what they try to do is they keep us divided. They say, oh, you don't want to mess with them. You don't want to mess with the black people. They steal and they're mean. And you don't want to mess with them. And they keep treating everyone a little bit better. They keep trying to make us divided. But we know what the truth is. The truth is we need to stay connected. The truth is we need to make sure that we stand up, because an injury to one is an injury to all. So when a black life gets lost, we need to show up. When a native life gets lost, we need to show up. When a Chicano life gets lost, we need to show up. When an Asian life gets lost, we need to show up. We need to make sure that we're showing up for everyone. Because this is about all stolen lives. That's what this movement is about. We have black and native liberation at the forefront of the Black Lives Matter movement, but also it's the fight to make sure we get the liberation of everyone.
Facts.
And that's what we want in the end. And the only way we're going to get that is by working together. And so they know that they need to divide us, right? That's why when we get our leaders like MLK, when we get our leaders like Malcolm X and Fred Hampton, and they start bringing people together, they kill them every time.
Right.
Because they don't start talking about just black power, they start talking about making sure that everyone's connected. Because that's what they want us to forget, is that we're all in this struggle together.
Right. Definitely.
And that's why it's important that we make these connections all across the country and we come together. Because this is what community looks like.
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 This is what unity 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 looks like.
And I want to lead you on one more chant, okay? So I'm going to say reopen, reopen, and you're going to say reopen all the cases. Reopen. Reopen.
Reopen all the cases.
Reopen. Reopen.
Reopen all the cases.
Reopen. Reopen.
Reopen all the cases.
Reopen. Reopen.
Reopen all the cases.
Reopen. Reopen.
Reopen all the cases.
Reopen. Reopen.
The cases.
Reopen. Reopen.
Reopen all the cases.
All power to the people.
All power to the people.
Thank you, DJ and Brandon. They a tough act to follow, but they can. You know what? Y'all don't want to fuck with me. I got all of my MVPs. Y'all don't want to fuck with me. I got all of my MVPs. So I got these most valuable parents out here. Hey, we too old of cats to be fooled by kittens around here. We ain't gonna let y'all outdo us. What y'all thought? Listen, Chantel. Is Chantel out here?
She was. I see her wife over there.
Fine, Chantel. Let me hear you say, when I say how long, say not long. How long? How long?
Not long.
How long? Wait a minute, it's gonna be forever sounding like that. How long?
Not long.
How long?
Not long.
How long?
Not long.
How long?
Not long.
You know what? We must be doing something right anytime the police show up in spaces where we at. So that just tells me we're just another step in the right direction. And you know, I always say, if they stop killing our kids, and if they stop telling lies, then we'll stop having to tell the truth on their ass. So that's what it is. Stop lying, and we'll stop telling the truth. But we know the truth. George Floyd's life allowed us to see that. Now, if they're doing that and the cameras are rolling, what do you think they did to our loved ones?
He's good at that.
What do you think they did? So, Chantel,
like 20 seconds.
no, I want you to come up here and say a few things. We want to say happy birthday to Coedale, and then Monique's going to take the mic.
How you do that? I always struggle with that.
After you get done doing your thing,
You better than me at that, all I know.
Monique. I just want to say that I love each and every last one of you. And I thank God for you, and I take nothing for granted. You could be anywhere in the world. I love you more, but you decided to be here today with me and stolen families just like mine around the globe. And for the white people, I want to say this to you all.
Oh, yeah.
Keep showing up. Keep showing up. Keep using your privilege to make things happen. Because black privilege is just being delayed. But if you keep showing up and using what you got, it will not be denied. And I thank you all for standing in the gaps. Because you don't have to be here either. You could be anywhere, but you chose to be here with me. Oh, wait a minute, I ain't see my brother here from CARE. Oh no, Chantel, come on up here.
I seen John
do your thing, but I have to let Jay Lamy speak.
She said I get to say what I want to say. So what I'm going to say is, we have the Miss Lovely Monique and my beautiful wife who is going to lead us in a happy birthday to Coedale. I'm not going to sing. That's not me. So I'm going to pass this mic right here. Y'all all know the song, right?
Yeah.
The Stevie Wonder version.
Okay, yeah. I was about to suggest that, but you up on that. Happy birthday.
Right, 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you. Are these kids?
Happy birthday. Happy
Satara cannot sing. I wouldn't say full face, so I'll say it nice.
Happy birthday. That's how I hear it. So earlier we passed out some flowers. After we close out, I'm gonna ask that everybody please come place your flowers on Coedale's bench.
You got a lighter?
It's beautiful right there. See how the lovely lady got us set up right here? See how beautiful those flowers are right there? She got us set up. All right, so my brother Jelani is gonna bless this mic. His brother has an organization called CARE. He's gotten in the fight with us and hit that legislator in all kinds of ways. Bow, bow, bow. Kind of like Muhammad Ali.
All right, thank you so much. All right, I know we've been out here for a long time. First of all, I want to just greet you all with a greeting of peace.
Yeah, I guess.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. May peace and blessings be upon you. And for all the families who are here,
Hey,
we see you.
you got a lighter?
We believe you.
Because mine went out.
We hear you. And we are.
Right, mine went out.
I want you to know that in this moment, as we remember this beautiful soul, Coedale Handy,
I like their
one
jerseys
of the
right
things that's
there.
most important is that
12, it says
not
fuck
only are
on the
we
back.
fighting for him, but we're really fighting for the unborn.
I'm gonna ask him where he bought it.
We are fighting for a generation that we hope will never see the type of brutality that exists in this today. So we are hopeful in these moments, but we carry a lot of pain with us.
Who was saying from
And we need to use and channel that pain to progress. And we need to use that pain for the right things. Because in this moment right now, God is watching us and seeing how we respond. And so, as the families come together this weekend, I want you to know that we center you in this movement. It is your story, it is your pain, it is the fight that is in you that is inspiring us to stand not only with you, but fight with you. And so, I want you to know to never give up. Never give up. And understand that God is on our side, because justice is what God wants. And if we don't fight for justice, then we fail ourselves, first of all, and we fail everybody else. And so it doesn't take a lot of people, it just takes a little bit of committed people. When with deep belief and deep faith, you can even part a sea apart and walk through it while the Pharaoh's chasing you, and God puts that Pharaoh in the middle of that Red Sea. So we're fighting, and we need to continue to fight. And the last words I'll leave with you is this. Today, tomorrow, and yesterday are part of every day. But what is most important for all of us is that every day when we wake up, we recommit to this fight. Every day we wake up, we got to do something small. It can't be just one part of the year, one part of the day, one part of the season. We can't wait until another body falls, because there is another body going to fall. Right? We saw that in Olympia, Minnesota. We saw that here in Minneapolis, and we keep seeing it everywhere else. But I'm telling you, the one thing that has changed in this past year is many people have woken up. Many people are ready to stand up. And justice, as small as it can be seen today, one of those lights flickering, is coming to this country, and it's coming to this state. And it's going to come because boots are on the ground. And so I want to end by saying the chant that I love to say all the time, that reminds me of Coedale's mom. Boots, boots, boots on the ground. We're here to shut this shit down. Boots, boots, boots on the ground. We're here to shut this shit down. Say it with me. Boots, boots, boots on the ground. We're here to shut this shit down. And we fight for justice for Coedale Handy and all the lives by any means necessary.
Like the late great Malcolm X said.
Oh, boots rolling out the door. 1 foot up, 1 foot down. Bring them up together, got boots on the ground. Hey, you can't get nothing if you're sitting around. You got
him doing the remix.
Put them on the ground. Boots, boots, boots on the ground. Remix, get the nasty version. Boots, boots, boots on the ground.
to shut the shit down.
Hey, I won't walk away because today we celebrating my son's birthday. Coedale Quinn Handy, I will fight for you with my last breath and stolen lives around the globe like you. The police stole you from me March 15, 2017. And yes, you died, but son, you lived too. But they fucked up because I'm still here. My boots will always be on the ground for loved ones like you, son, and loved ones around the globe. Because when I look at you, I see the faces of thousands and thousands. And let me just say, people, Coedale, life cannot matter if your loved one's life don't matter. And because your loved one's life matter, Coedale's life matter. So I thank you.
Well, I can put this here. Even
you didn't have to be here, but you chose to. Thank you for choosing
mine went out.
and being chosen vessels. I love each and every last one of you families. Monique.
Oh, mine went out.
Don't run through. Don't run through. This shit is going down. Monique's boots is on the ground.
Thank you all for coming out. The bus, if you took the bus here, you can get on the bus now. Bit of housekeeping, please. Bring your cup over here. So, you can not leave this area mask. The bus will be going back to the hotel if you took the bus.
Oh, that bus. You're talking about us local people who took the Metro Transit bus.
Yeah, the bus is not going back to the rec center. The bus is going to people who roll here on the bus.
Okay, this was a presentation of the Streets Advocate, Boots on the Ground.
Again, Lulu.